Hi prep for this video is for Friday afternoon, the lesson, or you might be doing it over half term, but I am going to make some chocolate brookies. Now you might be able to see from the picture here, brookies are cookies and brownies combined in one. I've actually never made them before, but I thought they looked delicious and I thought you might like to have a go too. So I hope they turn out okay. And I thought what's even better is it's Valentine's Day on Sunday, so you could make some chocolate brookies to make and then send to somebody who you love to celebrate Valentine's Day, or you can make them for your family and share them all together. So here is what you need. We've kind of got two separate parts here. We've got the ingredients for the cookie part, and then I've got the ingredients for the brownie part too. So for the cookies, you will need 150 grams of caster sugar and 50 grams of light brown sugar. You need 120 grams of plain flour with a little pinch of salt I've put in there. And I've put some ground vanilla, but you might want to put some vanilla extract in yours. You will need 50 grams of dark chocolate chips and 100 grams of butter and 1 egg. Then for the brownies, you will need, there is some 55 grams of plain flour and 30 grams of cocoa powder there, 2 eggs, 100 grams of butter, I think, and then caster sugar, we have 200 grams. So that's the brownie bits. And then there are some white chocolate chips that I'm going to melt down to decorate the top. So we've got that kind of zigzaggy effect. So those are the ingredients. I'll now take you step by step in what we need to do. First of all, you're going to melt your butter, your 110 grams of butter, so that it is nice and soft. Then you're going to add your caster sugar and brown sugar to the butter and give it all a nice mix. Okay, once they are combined and you've got it as smooth as you can make it, I can still see some lumps there, so I've got a bit more way to go, but you're going to add the egg to the mixture. So 1 egg for your cookies, and then continue to stir. You can see that's looking much smoother now, which is nice. So once you have got to that stage, you're going to tip in your flour along with I think there's a little bit of salt in there, and you might have some liquid vanilla extract too. Continue stirring. Right, we're now at the stage of a nice smooth batter. So the final thing left to do is pop in your chocolate chips. Give it a good stir. Then when they're all mixed in, you need to transfer to a lined tin. Now, it should ideally be 20 centimetres by 20 centimetres. Mine is a rectangle though, that's all I had. If you grease the tin, put some greaseproof paper down, transfer your cookie dough mixture to the bottom of the tin. Once you've transferred your cookie dough into the tin, you need to spread it all out so it's nice and even and press it down. Then you pop it in the fridge whilst you make your brownie mixture. So I'm going to pop that in the fridge now. Okay, brownies. So I've got my 100 grams of melted butter. I just pop that in the microwave to melt it first of all. And to that, I'm going to add my caster sugar. In we go, give it a good old stir. Once that's all mixed together nicely, I will then add in my eggs. Once they're all then mixed in together nicely, I will then add the cocoa powder flour mixture until it's all nicely combined and it's nice raw brownie consistency. Brownie mix is now ready. That's all nice and mixed together. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pour that on top of my chilled cookie dough that's been in the fridge and spread it out nice and evenly. Okay, brownie is on top. It's all smoothed out nice and even. So I'm going to pop it into an oven, which is at 170 degrees. And I'm going to pop it in for 50 minutes and I'll take it out. It might need a little bit longer, but we'll see after 50 minutes. So I'm going to pop you in. See you soon. Okay, my brookie has been in the oven for 50 minutes now. I've just got it out and I'm just going to pop a skewer. You might have a knife or something into it and see if there are any bits that come away, which they don't. If you do have lots of gooey bits on your skewer, then you might want to pop it in for a bit longer. So I'm going to leave it to cool now for about half an hour in the tin, and then I'll transfer it to a wire rack to cool for another 10 minutes. Okay, so brownies, or brookies should I say, have now cooled. I've taken them out of the tin. I've actually just popped the white chocolate chips. They're in this little ceramic dish, and I've popped them in a bowl of boiling water. As we know from science, that this is the best way to turn our solid chocolate into liquid chocolate, to decorate the top of the brookies at the end. What I'm going to do, I'm going to halve the slab and then make squares or rectangles out of half, and then as they're Valentine's Day brookies, I'm going to have a go at creating a couple of heart-shaped ones too. So let's have a look at that now. So those ones have been cut up nicely. I'm now just trying to get my heart-shaped ones. It's quite tricky, as obviously the cookie is quite hard, as cookies can be. But if you press down really, really hard, really firmly, if you've got any heart-shaped cutters, I think they'll make some really pretty cookies. Here we go. So heart shapes will work very nicely. Best thing about them is you obviously get the off-cut bit, which you just have to try because it's not very pretty. It's not a particular shape, and I can confirm they are delicious. But here are the layers, so you can see the cookie part, the brownie part, making them brookies. So the white chocolate has now melted quite nicely. So now I'm just going to drizzle that over all of the brookies, and then they're done. And there we have it, some brookies. Valentine's Day inspired brookies. You can see my heart ones there at the front. So I will attach the recipe and all the ingredients and bits and bobs that you need for these brookies onto this post. And if you make them, do let me know. Send me a photo and let me know how they taste. So remember, you can make them for either you to enjoy with your family, or you can wrap them up and pop them on a doorstep for somebody to enjoy on Valentine's Day, just to tell them that you're thinking about them. And I hope you enjoy.